Thank you for tuning in. On behalf of myself, Youssef Eldakar, of Bibliotheca Alexandrina, and Olga, Holownia, of the International Internet Preservation Consortium, we bring you Republishing Iipc collections through alternative interfaces for researcher access, part of the 2022 Iipc Web Archiving Conference. One of the things the Iipc does as the Global Web Archiving Consortium is creating and archiving special web collections. For details on that, please watch the talk by our Iipc Content Development Working Group colleagues, also part of this year's conference. Over time, this process of collection building produces data. And we know all research depends on data, as well as on tools to work with data. Well, the Iipc has also got tools. In this context, we are referring to Solr Wayback and Linkgate. We recommend watching the talk on Solr Wayback, also part of this year's conference, and the talk from last year's conference on Linkgate. Just a few words about the Iipc collections. They are the work of the Iipc Content Development Working Group, whose goal is to pursue collaborative collections based on themes or events that are, among other things, of higher value to research. These collections go back to the year 2014. So let's have a look at what kind of data we have for researchers. Currently, there are 8 active collections, 10 inactive ones, an all-time data size of over 29 terabytes, and over 360 million documents. Themes include the novel coronavirus, climate change, artificial intelligence, the Olympic Games, and World War I commemoration. The collections are harvested using the Archivit service and are publicly searchable by URL or keyword. We again would like to refer you to the talk at this conference by our colleagues Alex Thurman and Nicola Bingham on building collaborative web collections, and to learn more about activities already in place that involve working with the data beyond the harvesting. In this project we are presenting, we're working to make an addition to this beautiful picture of web archive collections. We're working to integrate the Iipc collections for access through 2 researcher tools that are developed by Iipc members. Solr Wayback, which provides a Wayback interface with full text search and additional features for research, developed by the Royal Danish Library, and Linkgate, a data service extraction tool and visualization front end for scalable temporal graph visualization, a project of Bibliotheca Alexandrina and the National Library of New Zealand that was started with Iipc funding in 2020. This integration is taking place at the Library of Alexandria, where we are implementing automation of the process of ongoing incremental data transfer from Archivit, providing storage for web archive data and derived index, automation of the process of indexing, providing compute time for the indexing, and hosting of front-end and back-end instances. As an aside, this project is an example of good collaboration in action within the Iipc. For this work to happen, we have 3 areas that are converging together: the Content Development Working Group, Development of Tools, and the Research Working Group. In Development of Tools, we have the Work Indexer by the UK Web Archive, Solr Wayback by the Royal Danish Library, Linkgate by Bibliotheca Alexandrina and the National Library of New Zealand with Iipc funding, the Wasapi API for data transfer, which was a project that involved the Stanford University Libraries and the University of North Texas, and Process Automation by Bibliotheca Alexandrina. Let's have a look at process automation. In this picture, we have Archivit, which has the original copy of the data, and we have Bibliotheca Alexandrina and a set of automation scripts that we are calling WA-GET. The scripts are meant to function as follows. For each managed collection, query the Wasapi API for what data is there. Transfer new data to the cluster_fs storage, and trigger indexers to process data that has not previously been indexed. Here, we are talking about 2 indexers: Work Indexer for indexing data into Solr for access through Solr Wayback, and Link Indexer for indexing data into LinkServe for access through Linkgate. We estimate data transfer of the backlog to be complete early June. Indexing into Solr by late August. We are yet to have an estimate for indexing into Lingate, and we would also like to do a review and tuning of the deployment. Let's now show quick screenshots from SolarWayback. For more, please watch the talk we referenced earlier. We can search for text, we can search for images, we can find out details about the archival document, we can find out details about the archival document, and let's show quick screenshots from Lingate. Here we have the temporal graph locator interface with controls for depth and time elasticity, the node information box, graph view customization, the Pathfinder tool, and another Pathfinder mission. In closing, we would like to leave you with one idea from the IIPC Research Working Group, Web Archive Sandboxes, which can be useful for getting started with Web Archive research and demonstration purposes, using small-scale collection extracts that are less overwhelming. For this, we would need to identify what to extract and the mechanism for producing the sandboxes and making them available. Input from the community is appreciated. Please share with us your feedback, and we look forward to discussion. Thank you.